And good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you happen to be in the big wide world outside. This is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. This is Anything Goes, our daily program, 1 p.m. Eastern every day. If you haven't been here before, make it a point of coming every day. When you tell it like it is, we concentrate on money, but boy, do we hit the high spots in virtually every single field you can name. Anything goes, we mean it, not when we say it. This program is the longest running live web program in the world. That tells you a lot. Other people come and go. We stick it out and dealing with every sort of thing. We find the more outrageous we are, the more we just love it. So if we say anything that offends you, we are delighted. Enjoy the experience. I'm joined today with Chris Snittis out there in Cornwall. We don't know where that is, but he says it's a duchy, whatever that may be, somewhere out there in UK land. Chris is oftentimes my colleague on this program. Why? You just can't get these sardonic folks. You know, most of them are delighted to stay home and out of harm's way. Chris comes out and belts you right in the public and then retires for a cup of tea. Chris, say a few words to your audience.
Hello, audience.
That doesn't qualify. A few words means 3 or less. You said 2.
Oh, okay.
Hello, dear audience. There you go. You made it. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Lant. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Worldprofit at www.worldprofit.com. It's WRLDPROFI.com. Worldprofit has been on the scene here for well over 20 years. We're based in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I head the office that is in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and that's where I'm addressing you from today. Cambridge, Massachusetts, the center of the internet. It's all happening in Cambridge, which is the capital city of the internet worldwide. And nothing like Cambridge. And every few days, we get word that another major internet corporation is coming to Cambridge. And we love your tax money. We love the fact that my taxes went down because all those internet companies have moved to Cambridge and are paying through the nose. Boy, that made me thrilled. No, Chris, I gotta just say this. You know, everybody says, nobody loves you when you're old and gray. Wrong. So long as you vote, they're going to love you. My taxes have gone down. My real estate taxes have gone down now that I'm a senior citizen, and with the combination of the internet money pouring in, and the fact I'm now old and beyond Social Security, got that big benefit. Get all those instant coupons. Oh, and young people, I would like to do little services to elderly crashers. I hope you don't mind, young woman, to hold the door open. Oh, God, it's a wonderful thing. So those of you out there who are old and you're sitting at home and you're decrepit and you're mean-spirited, get out and abuse the young people. They need a little, razzmatazz, right? Right?
Yes, make them open the doors for you. Make them help you across the street.
Damn right. Make them buy you lunch, too. I wish I had enough money for more than a cat food today. I'm working on my character. By the way, Sherlock Holmes, my idol, had one of his many disguises was of an elderly person, of course. I want to know I'm only doing everything by precedent. But I got to share this bit of Americana with you. The other day on this program, I was talking about the Whoppers that I was eating, and someone gave me a call after the program and offered to buy me a whole crate of Whoppers. I said, no, well, if you want to send me one, send it, sir. But if you like, you can send me 1 or 2. Well, I got a crate of them. I've already eaten half of box number 1. I got a lifetime supply of Whoppers, which will be gone in a week. I want to thank you, readers. This proves to me that you're paying attention. And by the way, I also like Milk Duds. That's DUDS. You can find them in any grocery store. They don't have Milk Duds in England, do they?
Not that I know of. No.
Well, we're going to have to infect you with something. Milk Duds are the Ebola virus of chocolate candies. They'll knock you out. You eat enough Milk Duds, your future is secure. You'll be 6 feet under. We want to talk today about money. Okay, let's talk about donuts. We have a new donut company coming into Cambridge now, which is making bigger donuts with more calories and more sugar. Do you think this is like a secret program of the government to kill off old people? If they charge old people like 12 cents a donut, you'd save a lot of money in Medicare. They'd be dead. Well, we're We're going to go there, but not right yet. We want to talk to our audience, which exists in two places. Audience number one, you are what we call the house audience. You are here with us. We are speaking to you live. And we have the Around the World audience who will find us and listen to us on YouTube. And Patrice Porter, our white rabbit, and control of all the wires, will be telling you about that a little bit later in the program. But we have quite a following around the world. I mean, people are desperate for laughs. When they see Chris Nettis, they just can't help themselves. They think that is hilarious. They get that old geezer with this. How many, we're having a contest now, how many strands of hair do you have? Everybody has a chance to vote. The prize via boxers. How many strands of hair does Chris Nettis have? You can guess. Send in your cards and letters. We want to talk about, let's talk about, first of all, let's talk about the thing that bothers me. You know, we at Worldprofit have for over 20 years had a service where we close leads for you. We have a system set up to generate the leads, gather the lead together, preserve leads, make money from the leads. And to me, there are 65 people who are crazy that are looking in the window. We do everything for you, but press the button that says talk to us. If you folks out there in Radioland will click on will fill out the form in front of you and come in here, I can guarantee you that you're on your way to money. If you will follow simple directions. Chris, I am finding a hard time. Nobody has a close on me in real life. I had to close on my own deals. Nobody even ever offered. Mostly they said, it's your company, do the work yourself. Don't bother me, boy. They had the W.C. Fields response to business. So, what do you want to say about this? Can you, we have right now about 7 people in the audience looking at us at this precise moment. And that number goes up and down every minute. Nobody's doing anything for them other than that. They don't have any friends. They don't have a George Koch generating leads for them. They don't have us closing leads for them 24/7, 365. And they think they're in business. I say they're in Lulu, la, whatever, land. I mean, they're just, what do you want to say? Speak up.
Well, not only don't they have anyone doing anything for them, they're not doing anything for themselves. You know, it amazes me how people can spend so much time going from place to place. I've seen them come in here 150, 200 times, and they don't even say hello. And they're expecting to earn money. Or not earn it, make it, or magic it, or thing. But
I'd say
it's going to fall out of the side right into their laps.
Okay, so they're lazy, good for nothings. Let's talk in Illinois language for a minute. People from Illinois are incapable of sweetening the lot. Wastrels, useless. Actually, I come from a family where grandmother was a broom. She didn't want her kitchen. She literally took the broom to her. I saw her giving a few wallops to some people over the years. If anybody who's looking at us here, live or not live, tell us why you're willing to forego trained salespeople closing your leads for you. Can anybody throw any light on this travesty? Any members of the monitor crew who are here? Can you tell me what's going on? Because clearly, I've been so secure. I'm an old fogey. What the hell? I'm an old fogey with a vengeance, an axe to grind. And I don't like the Freddy Krueger of marketing. Chris? I don't get it. Anybody want to venture a guess at this? The reason I'm asking you to venture because I dropped one of my whoppers on the floor and I don't want to step on it later, so I have to get it now. So, Chris, you till I get the whopper under control.
No, Patrice, I wouldn't call it ignorance. It's, oh gosh, just plain idleness. I mean, they have to do something. They have to fill out a form with their name and email address. And gosh, that takes so much time. And then you have to press that button. Oh my God. We won't do this today. We'll do that tomorrow, maybe.
Well, let's see. We're gonna talk now to Comer Pulley. Comer, we're going to dedicate this section of our program to you. We hope that you will say hello to us. One, whether you do or whether you don't, you're now on our program for all eternity. This program is recorded and does run everywhere in the world. Whoa, that's just a thrill when I say it. Of course, we have 2 readers in Mongolia and 1 in Ecuador, and we think that we're happy to have their food. We had that second Mongolia to stay with the program. We want to also speak to Alan. Alan Turk is already a member, but we have some things for him. And we want to tip the hat to Sharon Somerville, who is also newly with us, but she's making tracks, and we're going to talk to her a little bit. Comer, are you there? Comer, we're going to do whatever it takes to do the hoochie coochie to get you to say hello. You are on the one-time only offer, and as such, George Kosh has presented you with an offer that only you can see. It's unique to you. All the members of this congregation right here before the camera can't see what you see. So for one time in your life, you're actually ahead of the crowd. Comer, would you say hello to us, prontito? Yep, that's good. This is the problem. We're talking to them. They need the service. He's right here, right now, and he's not responding. Well, let's try Tom Selvage. Tom Selvage, welcome to the program. We're here at Anything Goes with Dr. Lant, the CEO, and Mr. Chris Minnis from the the Duchy of Cornwall. What do you want to say to Tom?
Hi, Tom. Are you heading on the internet, or are you just cruising around?
Tom, this is your opportunity to deal with people who are making money on that. We're trying to help you out. If you don't respond to us, we kick you out of here. That's right. You don't talk to us, we get rid of you. It's real simple.
I am your sponsor, Tom. So I'm here to help you, my friend.
Whoa. Listen, Tom got one of the cool sponsors. Mr. Minnis is he's a phenomenon. Let's sort of leave it that way.
I don't like the way you said that.
No, I neither. That's why it was rendered perfectly. We're going to try again. Comer can't talk to us because he's incommunicado. But Donald Reed can talk to us. We're waiting to talk to Donald Reed and Tom Selvage. And if he can hear us, Comer, I don't think he can hear us. And that's about it. Well, you know, let's just go into your article, shall we? Let's have read the article for today. One of the things that we do when Anything Goes is many days of the article that you guys can use to generate leads, but also to get smarter. I mean, I'm an educator, and if I'm not educating all the time, I feel like worthless. Hey, you're an educator. Who the hell have you improved their lives in the last 60? Well, I really haven't done very much as a selfish pig, but I mean, I always remember that I am, after all, a member of the community of educated men and women. Nathan Pusey, president of Harvard, told me so the day he conferred my Master of Arts degree in 1970. And of course, they let him go. Speak up. Well, Chris, what have you got for us?
Well, this is a little... Everybody knows what lists are, don't you? Everybody
If you assume that, you are an old food. Of course they don't know what a list is. They think it's a grocery list. They go to the grocery store.
That's it. They write lists for their groceries. They write lists for their birthday list, Christmas card list.
Boy, those lists are pretty short over there in Cornwall.
But how many have a never do list? Okay, so you're too busy?
Chris, tell us. We don't know.
And it's time for your never do list. We all know the importance of to-do lists. That is, lists where you write down what you need to do and when you need to do it. You do have such lists, don't you? They are essential for maximum efficiency and focus. Well, this is a recommendation to start drawing up and living by items on your never-do list. a list that becomes absolutely necessary as you see your opportunities and tasks expanding exponentially and time remaining inflexible and limited. Time is infuriatingly limited. Face it, since you were born, no one has been able to figure out how to get more than 24 hours in a day. Generations of trained, often brilliant scientists have come and gone. Yet we have the same amount of time as the Caesars with no change in sight. The bummer. Thus, instead of wishing we had more time, the challenge becomes making better use of the time we have. Inspired allocation of time becomes a goal. This includes all-important never-do list. The residual pull of do-it. If your upbringing was anything in mind, you were constantly admonished. If you want it done right, do it yourself. Without detracting from the wisdom of this remark, I must tell you this in all seriousness. Quite simply, you cannot do it all yourself. And to achieve
Chris, just interrupting you for just a moment. Tom Selvage just a note of here. Tom, we are hearing from our senior monitor, Chris Ninnis, who's reading us an article, a business article today. If you want to sit back and relax and listen to him, that's fine. We also would like you to watch the 7-minute video, which will tell you what you're going to get from being here. That is by clicking the green box that says watch video. Okay? Either watch the video or listen to Chris. One way or another, you're going to get to the video. So maybe you like to sit back and listen to the article. Carry on, Chris.
Without detracting from the wisdom of this remark, tell you this, listeners. Quite simply, you cannot do it all yourself. And to achieve increasing success, you must make the determination and live by it. That which can be done by others must be done by others. This is the only way you can perfect your ability to make money and mastermind the growth and expansion of your empire. Start today. What tasks can you stop doing at once? Review what you did yesterday. Everything you did. Write it down. It is time to see where you currently invest your time and to stop doing at least one of the items currently being done by you. Now, when I say write down everything you did, I mean everything. The goal is freeing up time, which means a total review of what you now do for yourself. Looking at what you do, this list will include items like these. Household tasks like laundry, food shopping and preparation, taking care of pets. Time you spend with children and elderly parents. Running errands. Be one you must do. Driving and upkeep of your vehicles. Be thorough, be exhaustive, be honest. Selecting the first item to be done by others. Remember the amount of time rigid, what you personally and what you delegate to others to do is not. Now time start this crucial delegation. Household help. Busy people, important people, people with lots of things to do and the desire to advance. Almost all have household help, and so must you. Hire help. Recommendations from friends help. Then train them to meet your exacting standards and to create the lifestyle of ease and efficiency that you require as a necessary condition for your own success. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible to live without household help. What I am saying is that if the maximum amount of free time that you can devote, and enrich you, then you must have help. That help is a crucial factor in your success. Training such people in what you require is essential. You'll need a to-do list for them, and you'll need to monitor carefully what they do and how they do it. Allowing them to get on with the job of helping and serving you will yield a huge dividend in time and a general feeling of contentment and satisfaction. Driver, if you're like you spend this amount of time in and around your vehicles. This is time better spent in advancing your economic well-being and comfort. In short, you require a driver. Drivers can be used for a myriad of purposes, from running errands to making an evening out comfortable and efficient. If you've never had such help before, you can hardly imagine how liberating it is to acquire and use it, and how promptly you become accustomed to its many advantages. And the cherry on the cake, of course, is that it frees up a huge volume of time. Time you can use better for other purposes. A word of recognition. My own driver is Amy Joseph, a man of efficiency and concern, who, with his charming wife Mercedes, take care of me and mine. Indeed, so popular is Mr. Joseph that when my relatives visit, they always ask whether he will be picking them up at the airport. An affirmative answer cheers them immensely. I am glad to attest to his virtues and to the essential services he delivers. Services which have given me leisure and the time required for enhanced business profits and a better, more serene existence. A word of advice. Slow and steady wins a race. The first problem to overcome will be accepting the need for help to free up time. Then there is a matter of cost. You'll say that you don't have the money to delegate life's essential tasks to others. That's rubbish. You simply need to be sure that you can generate the necessary money from your business and that this money is greater than the cost of the assistance you are acquiring. If it is, no problem. But don't go mad. Before you add additional help to your expense ledger, always make sure you can generate the income to pay for it. Once ashore, proceed. This means moving ahead with all due deliberation. Help is great. Help is essential. Help gives you the better life. But you must be able to pay for it. Now begin. You're about to stop doing one essential task after another. Tasks you may have done for a lifetime, but which you cannot afford to do yourself anymore. Why? Because you truly know and intend to live by the fundamental truth that is Benjamin Franklin's famous line. Time is money. Indeed it is. And now, with all your new and vital help, you are about to liberate a great deal of that time and reap the very substantial benefits that come you do.
Well, I think this should engender a great discussion. What would you like to say about that article and its observations? And of course, we thank you as well for your sonorous delivery. What's your thought about this? Don't do it. The never do list.
Yes, why do things that other do? If you can get someone to do it for you, great. Gives you time to do something else.
Well, this is my feeling on it.
Only 24 hours in a day.
I do nothing that I can have other people do. I mean, absolutely nothing. And this has been the secret of success. You have a sense of who you are. And let's bring Comer is still hanging around, so we don't know where he is. If I'm known for anything, it'll be for my books. It won't be known for my ability to fold laundry. So I got rid of all the things that were useless in terms of reputation and money and delegated them. And it is amazing how almost feel like a patriot movement, doesn't matter. You feel, because it was Gloria Steinem who said every woman needs a wife. And what that meant was that you can't do it by yourself. If you're going to be an author or a composer or an artist or a business executive or the governor of the state, you don't have time to fold laundry. You don't have time to cook your meal. You don't have time to go to the grocery store. Take aim at this one, Chris. I go to the grocery store now as a form of me to get out of the house. We were at the grocery store yesterday, I go there and I say 2 of these, 6 of these, 14 of these. Joseph trots all of this and he then brings them into the house, unpacks them, cooks me lunch, and comes in and says, your lunch is ready. Now, I don't know you good kids, but this is a thrill for me. Want to speak to this?
Yes, well, I hate grocery shopping. I go to this grocery store and I'm in and out in 10 minutes. I know what I want. I know where it is. I go get it. I'm out. I don't look for anything else because I don't have time for that, and I hate.
But you go to the grocery store. Now let's get into the point here, the facts. Do you go to the grocery by yourself?
Of course.
Well, there's your problem right there. I go with somebody to literally. About 4 years ago, there was a picture of Queen Elizabeth that stuck in my mind. She was on an African tour, handing her umbrella to a lady in waiting. She wasn't looking at the lady in waiting. She just, the umbrella was just being passed. She didn't look at it. It was like passed effortlessly to the lady in waiting, who stepped forward to grab it. The Queen didn't look. Hey, Mabel, take this umbrella. One day in Harvard Square, I had a similar incident. I was in front of the Cambridge Trust Company reading some documents, a plethora of documents. It was raining. I didn't know it was raining. Mr. Joseph had the golf umbrella over my head, and somebody walked up and says, man, I don't know how you qualify, but I want some of what you got. And I thought, good. They're getting drenched to death, and I'm reading papers that need to be inked in the rain. People don't grasp the benefit. I think secretly women are probably better at it than men. Men have this thing, you've got to be self-controlled. My father said something to me a few months ago. He's about 90 now, and he said, you're probably wondering why I didn't teach you how to do anything like nail nails and screw in screws and change tires. I said, it occurred to me on various things. He said, well, I knew that if I didn't teach you, you'd have to, because you're incompetent in those fields, you'd have to hire people that would wait on you. And he said, given the stature of society that I had planned for you, getting you waited on was definitely part of the deal. I said, man, you're a smooth liar, or else you're very clever. I don't know which. I mean, what do you think about that? Is there any task that you do now that you wish you could get rid of? But you're such an old curmudgeon with you're saving your pennies now.
No, I enjoy doing most things. Only because I can do them. If I couldn't do them, it might be different.
It's not a question of can. See, you say because I can, I must. I say because I couldn't, I have to. I mean, that's my version of that. Since I'll walk you through the team. George and Sandy are such superb administrators, and of course, George, we really for all that. I make no bones. I have never claimed to know not even beyond 1% of what George knows about technology. It doesn't bother me to be completely stupid about. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's not stupid. It's ignorance. Let's use the word. To be completely ignorant about technology is great with me. He is a genius. Why should I be a 10th-rate technician when I got a first-class genius? So that's team one. Team two was Elliot's. We'll take care of folding my clothes, washing clothes, putting the towel. We have constant struggles because they refuse to speak English. That is a language problem, but it becomes a business problem. For those of you who are expecting to do international business, I got news for you. So there are certain people, particularly in Portugal and Brazil, who are just not going to learn English, even though they live in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Next, of course, is the art team. I have Simon Gillespie, who must be the most expensive conservative in the whole world, and Rodney McVitie, who are my heroes. And I got all those people doing the art stuff. Then there's the medical stuff, the medical teams. Then there's the investment team. You didn't get the picture? Then there's what I call the personal assistants, who start off as a chauffeur and has evolved into I don't know what to call him. A man Friday. How about a man Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? You know, if Robinson Crusoe had a man Friday, I got a man. He does everything. I mean, now he like all servants, he takes liberties now. I bought a box of cookies yesterday, and I usually buy a box for him, but I was I wanted them only for myself. So he said, I'm going to eat the same number of cookies that you ate today. I said, whatever. I said, just remember what happened to you. These are my cookies. I dished them out in my latitude. So, of course, he ate twice as many as I ate. So you have to put up with it. Everybody has their quirks. Anybody else have teams like this? I have a series of interconnecting teams which allow me to do the thing that for which I may become known, which is being a writer, which is what I want to be. So comment. I want to admit that you either have, tell us what kind of teams you have, and tell us if there are areas where you'd like a team but you don't have it. As far as I'm concerned, the money is all very well and good, but service, and every business says we serve 24 hours a day, all that crap. It's just a lot of junk. The truth of the matter, when you get service, you better take it because it's going to be a lot. See, now let's pay attention. Linda LZ and Judy Dowse and Lant. Let's see. Let's see. Judy says I used to have slaves, but they grew up. I'm glad it's a woman saying that, and I'm glad it's a northern woman because you could get us into a lot of trouble. The Worldprofit team. See, Patrice, I've given you good advice in the past. Okay, let's try this question another way. What could you give up? What would you feel reasonably comfortable giving up to a team? Financial stuff, health stuff, cleaning stuff, acquisition stuff, driver stuff. What kind of stuff would you feel comfortable? One thing. Okay, Patrice says the obvious is, okay, now I'm going to throw this gauntlet down. I don't dust. I don't vacuum. I don't clean. I don't shake. I don't do the dishes. I didn't even put my dishes away. I do nothing. I'm saying this with great pride. I'm saying this. I'm an American and I can do nothing. So long as you can afford the tariff. So let me ask you a question, Patrice. Why haven't you delegated the housework? Now we're going to find she's going to give us a mini pin. Oh, because only I can do it better myself. Okay, so you're willing to live with a look. I want to tell you something. I am a dust fanatic. If there's a tiny modem of dust, I go freaking mad, crazed. I'm down on my hands and knees checking under the curtains to make sure that the drapes don't have any dust. I know spraying the pictures. But you say why do you neglect it when you can have someone else do it to your standard by training them? Answer me that, Catwoman.
Yes, I
This is good.
Give up cleaning and doing dishes and gardening.
Okay, now easy question. Why haven't you?
I don't do that anymore.
Are you a kind of I'm Chris Minnis and I'm going to clean my house till the day I die? I got news for you. I'm Jeffrey Lant and I'm not going to clean my house ever. The first day the house is dirty will be the first day after I'm dead. Then I won't be able to interfere. It's harder to find help to come and travel into this country. That's true. That's a valid point. So what are you going to do about it? Give up your wish? Because you told me yourself on numerous occasions that your part of Canada has economic troubles and your leading industry left. Is that true? Now I'm going to get you, Patrice. I've got you. You're never going to be able to escape from me now. Is that true? Are there unemployed people in your neighborhood? Is that true? True or false? I want to welcome Randall Caldwell to the program. Randall, say hello. This is Anything Goes. You are with Dr. Lant, the CEO, and Chris Minnis from Cornwall. True, but the mill is up and running again. Oh, wait a minute. So you're telling me that the mill absorbed 100% of the need. Oh, Patrice, you're not going to escape. Why don't you tell us the real reason? That you're a good woman and a good woman takes care of her house. That's a lot of crap. I have delegated all my worldly tasks to Max, and he takes care of them. Max, deal with the Brazilians. See, he doesn't get so bent out of shape when they speak Portuguese at him. Okay, no way.
I have looked into coming in cleaning, but when I look at the prices, I think, no.
Aha!
No.
You see? You're looking at price rather than benefit. You're being a typical old curmudgeon buyer. I know it costs money to have people wait after you. But I'm telling you one thing. When I had to wash clothes and take clothes to the dryer, laundromat, and Mr. Joseph the other day said to me, if you were here earlier today, someone said, are you in pornography? Because I'm wearing my knight's tabard. Okay, so get this. Mr. Joseph said to me the other day, it costs you $18 to have it clean. I said, so what? What do you care? Are you paying the $18? He said, well, that's a lot. I said, I want it clean when I want it clean, and if I don't want it clean, then I guess I want it dirty for that period of time. Anyway, I make my wants known, and you deal with the issue. Take it over to wherever you go, and by giving him carte blanche, he dumped my regular cleaners as he discovered that they were 50% higher than his he used. And the man at that moment just paid for his upkeep for so many days. I'm seeing. Boy, have we Puritans in here today, Mr. Chris. These people are unbelievable. They'd rather do a half-assed job on their own and look at dust. Patrice, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 years suffocating in the dust and 1 year immaculate conception, what number are you? 1 to 10. 10 being you're dying in the dust, 1 year the immaculate conception. What are you on a 10-point scale? She's a 7. Okay, so you could definitely save. Well, how much time do you think you could save in a week? Right now, Patrice's husband is throwing things at the screen in their house, saying, "Shut up, lad! Shut up! Shut up!"
7 hours.
Well, Patrice, except my bedroom. Oh, except excuse me, bedroom is. Did Louis XIV? Let me ask you a question, Patrice. Do you think that Louis XIV had cleaners for his bedroom, or do you think he took the feather duster to his own bed? What do you think? Oh, I want to know your impression here. Did Louis XIV clean his own bedroom or not? She's thinking about it. You're not going to find this answer in Wikipedia, so don't even think of it. I definitely need help. Oh, now the truth comes out. Whoa!
If I had someone for 7 hours a week, that would cost me £40, which is about $75. So. Oh my God Almighty! Christopher is a penny pinching geezer. After all, he knows the cost of everything, the value of nothing. That is what Oscar Wilde said was the definition of a cynic. Okay, so listen, Patrice, you say you definitely need help. Would you be willing to spend an extra? What would you do if you had extra time? Let's ask you that. What would you do? And Randall Caldwell, we're still looking forward to having you come in. What would you do, Patrice? If you had extra time, you had all the time that it takes you to cook this, vacuum that. Of course you would, and it would grow. The first thing you got to do is get rid of something. Now, I'm not saying transform your life and do with a whole damn shooting match in a day. I'm saying do a thing. For me, when I was growing up, first of all, no one knew I was dyslexic until I was like, I knew, and Miss Fox, whatever she was in the school knew, but my mother claimed to me when he was about 88 that he didn't know I was dyslexic. This man could be construed not paying very close attention to what goes on in the house, right? So I had to take driver's education and put a ribbon around one of my fingers. I can't tell left from right. Now I can if you give me like a fraction of a second. But when Chris said turn left, I have to think for just a second before I turn. You would think that that's weird? Anybody else have any dyslexic problems? I couldn't tell left from right. Still can't. I mean, by learning, I figured it out. Sometimes. So I couldn't. Driving with me behind the wheel was like mucho hazardous. And so the thing that I wanted was a car. Not a car. I wanted a driver. Damn the car. I didn't care whether it was a ramshackle little tractor. I wanted the driver who opened the door. He presented his charming visit. So, good evening, Dr. Lant. How are you today? Shut up! Shut up, you weasel! I'm in a miserable mood. Shut up! Okay, then he knows how to go into miserable mood modality. I'm telling you, it's terrific. So, you could get out of yard work. Okay.
And Patrice, I'm going to give you 50 leads today. You send me an email. You're cooperating with me. You're helping me make anything. Goes, say, oh, you weasel. She helps me. She gets fed. You don't help me. You get squat. Patrice, you may send me a letter after this program requesting 50 leads from me. I'm going to give them to you. All right, see? And they go, oh, you can't give it to me. I helps them who helps me. That's my motto. Chris, what do you think? What are you willing to give up?
I'm willing.
Are you willing to give up your trip to the grocery store? I wouldn't suggest you go to the grocery store because it could be a trip when you have people carrying your groceries for you.
Oh, I go to the grocery store very early in the morning because that's when the fresh donuts come in, and I like to be there before.
Excuse me, Mr. Joseph selects the donuts. Now, mind you, he's Haitian. And I sent him to the grocery store. I sent him to Dunkin' Donuts the other day to get some jelly donuts in return with crows. I said, this is a color. This is not a jelly. What's the difference? What's the difference? This has red jelly in it and this doesn't. He said, but crows. I said, yes, but not today. Today I like jam and red raspberry jam in my donut. There are little, by the way, for those of you who, yes, give up.
I give up the gardening. I can't do it like I used to. What I used to do.
But you still like a little garden, wouldn't you?
Takes me a week now.
You're looking at this the whole, Dennis, you're looking at this the whole incredibly wrong. You're looking upon it as I'm looking at it as liberation. I hated housework. When I used to come home from college, first thing I was 40 years old, so I ever have it. I said, it's $100. Never, ever ask me to take garbage out again. I'm 40 years old. I hate friggin' garbage. I've hated it my whole life. Here's $100. When you need another 100, let me know. She was insulted. Apparently, part of the parental duty was making sure you take the garbage out.
Housework is on a delay program. That's I look at something.
Delay? You mean a never do problem?
Yeah,
program.
That'll do tomorrow. That's okay.
I got news for you. Every civilization in the world, with our exception, was based on a leisured class that had money to burn and had any number of things that they needed to be done. Now, you don't have to be a Lord Peer of England to have someone take out the garbage. In fact, that was a breakthrough morning for me when I screamed at her and said, I'm not taking the friggin' garbage out again in my life. Don't you understand? We can have someone paid to take the garbage out. Oh, she was irate. So was right, too. Another thing I hated to do was anything having to do with clothes. My mother was an extremely stylish woman, and I was like a bête noire. Everything I touched turned to crumple, turned to wrinkles. I mean, I walked out of Savile Row, and in 3 seconds looked like a hobo. I mean, I just have this knack from destroying clothes. It used to kill her. But if you want someone to take care of my clothes, then find someone who will take care of the clothes. It was never about the money. It was about leisure. It was about having the leisure that you needed to read, to think, to write, to go on TV programs, to make people's lives miserable. I mean, all that was contingent on having the time available to do it, right? You agree?
Yes.
Please,
if you got time.
come to my rescue here.
You got time, you can do that.
There was a book that was published in the 80s. I think it was What You Want, the Money Will Follow. And I absolutely believe that. If you are happy in your work, because after all, Freud said, Leben und Arbeiten, work and love go to zusammen. These are the two pivots of life: love and work. Not work because you have to, but work because you find an inner joy or fulfillment. If you don't like your work, then you don't like your life. They could persuade me to sign a contract that said you will work at Worldprofit 7 days a week, you will get no holidays, you will get beaten up by total strangers who will call you a pornographer. No one would ever get me to sign a document that tells the truth. But I am here because I want to be here. People think it's really hard to get rid of a person who likes what they're doing and is good at it, because the other people can, I have to have Sundays off, I have to have Thursday mornings off to take the kid to the park. I mean, I don't say any of that crap. I say, okay, well, get out, do this, and we amble along. Now, Patrice says, free up time to build your wealth to be able to enjoy me. Yes. Now, let me ask you a question, kiddos. What do I do for my leisure time? Assuming that I have it. What do you think? What would be the answer to that? Randall Caldwell, you've got 2 windows. Well, no, you've got 1 window open. What do you suppose I do for my so-called leisure time? Any guesses?
I should imagine you're trawling the internet looking for works of art that you can get for next to nothing.
Oh, that man gets a gold star a day. Boy, I've got a great support team. Patrice is getting 50 leads, and I'll give Christopher 50 leads too. I cannot resist. Chris, suddenly know you'll do 50 leads, and she'll do 50 leads. See? And all of you people who are silent as the tomb, I give you the Worldprofit Raspberry. Of course. My whole life, I wanted to, when I was growing up in Illinois, you got to remember, poor old Christopher has not been to Illinois, so he doesn't know what the hell it's all about. It's a big prairie with a lot of locusts, tornadoes, mud, and snow that comes to the rafters, and icicles that are 4 feet long in your front yard. That's what Illinois is. There's not a lot of Rembrandt going on. In fact, the only time the local citizens of Illinois ever heard of Rembrandt was because of Rembrandt toothpaste. Make your smile picture perfect. That was it. They thought that Rembrandt was a... It's humiliating to think about those days. All right. You're lucky. You should come on a date in February the 1st of any year, and you would never come again. You never even look at a picture of it. There was not a whole hell of a lot of culture going on in Downers Grove, Illinois. Let's believe it. All right, we're coming to our last 10 minutes or so. Yeah, we were Norman Rubber. See, Judy A. Dowd is from Ohio, which is a slightly upscale version of Illinois. And I say slightly with tongue-in-cheek because, you know, she lives in Tipton, Ohio, which is a town the size of... Oh, yeah. Do you have any Rembrandt toothpaste in your house? Let's get to the chase here. Remember, it makes you smile. Picture perfect. Negative. All right. Okay, we've discovered the problem. The problem is you guys are also... you're like touching with a dime. You get a penny. You're worse than I am. My feeling is if you are happy in what you're doing and you're willing... Henry Kissinger once said... And Kissinger got a bad rep for a lot of reasons. Partly because he sounded like a Nazi. And he thought like one too. But aside from those drawbacks, Henry Kissinger had a lot of wisdom, and he used to say, if I am interviewing the ambassadorial candidates, and I say to them, how many hours a day will you work when you're the ambassador to Togo? The man says, about 4 hours a day. That's all it needs is a tiny little drop of a country. Kissinger would bounce him off and say, you have to work at least 12 hours a day to achieve your goal. You're not going to achieve your goal, and that's the way it is. And if you can't realize that, get out. He threw ambassadors candidates right out of his office. I like Henry. He had a style to him, a flair. No nonsense about it. And he was really clear. If you're not willing to work 12 hours a day on your bliss, what the hell are you willing to do for your life, right? You speak that? People get next to Go on. I'll forget my thought in deference to you.
Yeah, well, because I'm really, really old now, I've cut my working week to 3 days a week. So.
Excuse me, you got the wrong idea of work, child. You look upon it, anything that you think is drudgery, you got to get rid of. Anything that you think is drudgery, you got to get rid of. You're just going to slough it off.
If I didn't enjoy doing it, I wouldn't do it.
Excuse me, you said you've cut your hours of work to 3 days a week. Cut sounds like a negative word to me in the context.
Yes, only because now that I'm not working, it gives someone else a job, so...
Oh, brother, it's Good Samaritan. I should have known. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I was seeing you through a light dimly. Dow says, was tired of house cleaning and maintenance. Sold house to son and wife at no interest, and there is a legal clause. I get a room and so you guys are looking at this in terms of giving stuff up. You gotta give up a thing to get a thing. Okay, Dallas, let me ask you a question. Are you going to be happy? How's your son going to feel about having, and you're more to the point, your daughter-in-law, how's she going to feel about having you, with your probing ways, live in her house the rest of her life? You'll be dead in a week. She'll be poisoning, she'll be putting in hair to block your kidneys. Have you cleared this with the wife? You're going to put your life's happiness and comfort at the mercy of your daughter. She must be a very persuasive lady. Yeah, right. Well, I'm glad to hear it. But let me ask you this, Miss Dowse. Are you having any gentlemen callers come into this situation? Because I'm longing to know how you handle that situation. You got any comments for mother-in-law or date here?
Well,
this will
I
be good.
My kids.
And remember, tell the truth.
I ask my kids when I get old and frail and get past it, are you going to let me come and live with you? And they said, without even thinking about it, no, Dad, you're going in a home.
Okay. Well, that's because you failed to use the money card wisely. You should do what all good characters in house do. You should have a will made out. It could be fake. It has to be somebody. And you just leave it on the table for a day or two, like you forgot it. And it says, I leave to my beloved son, Charlie, my full estate worth 2.7 million pounds sterling. And you just leave it there. But he said, what's this all about? Oh, you were supposed to see that. You take it away, and of course you destroy it because it's a bogus. But he doesn't know, you see. He doesn't know whether you're pulling the string or whatever. I want to bring up Patrice Porter, White Rabbit, today. Christopher goes down for a minute, and we'll come back and we'll finish up in a minute. We're going to bring up Patrice for some goodies. Good lively discussion today. For them that participated, for them that didn't. Well, Miss Patrice Porter, what have you got to say for yourself? And by the way, Patrice's pictures are on the screen right now.
Yeah, excellent program today, and really got me thinking again, okay, so what am I going to get rid of? Because I do like to focus on my business. I'm really enjoying working my gardening business, and
You're a workaholic, and you haven't figured out yet that if you're a workaholic doing what you love, it's different than being a workaholic because you have dust in the living room.
Yeah, that get there. I'm thinking, okay, so where can I get household help? I mean, that's where I need it a lot. I know I can hire kids for doing
in your
yard
case. It's going to be some woman who's a more older woman in the 40s or 50s. Her children are grown up. She has nothing to do. She comes over and she spends 3 or 4 or 5 hours a week with you. You'd find it's the initial investment of getting it up to snuff. After that, maintenance is a snap.
Yeah. We do have animals though, like dogs and cats, so that's daily
Excuse me.
care.
There are people who love taking care of dogs and cats.
No, it's all the
you're
dirt that
giving
they
me
bring
the
into
reasons
the
you
house.
can't make it work. I'm telling you that you can look at the possibility. You can't. I'm not going to allow you to torpedo it without looking into it.
No, I know. This program got me thinking that, yeah, okay, so where can I find the help and how will I fit it in and it definitely got me thinking.
Let me ask you a question. Do I seem to have a lot of leisure time? I can sit up here all day long and I can see people whenever I see. I can take their phone calls or whatever. Do I seem to be, overburdened with stressful things?
No, you're just the stress of keeping this
but you
running.
know why? Because I give ulcers. I don't have ulcers. I give them to other people.
And I just kind of, as I say, I tend to neglect things when I want to focus on something else. So I think that needs a change. And thank you for the inspiration here. And
you are, I'm telling you the God's honest truth. When I was a kid, I was helpless. When I'm an adult, I'm helpless. The difference is a team. I have over 10 teams of people who take care of me. It's that simple.
Yeah, I need a household cleaning team. And if anybody wants
Would you like to know, I'm going to give you one more thing. And that is yesterday I came over to the grocery store. I got all these groceries. I don't bring the groceries in. Mr. Joseph does that. I don't do anything. I don't unpack them. I say to him during the unpack process, this is what I want for lunch. When it's done, you can message me, come over here and eat your lunch. I mean, then when I'm finished with eating whatever I want to eat, I either leave it out for nibbling on in the afternoon or the evening, or I'm finished with it, and I leave the dishes where they are. He takes care of it. I mean, this is, imagine the time you save.
Yeah.
And there's only one thing that's valuable to a human, and that is time. Nothing else means a damn thing. Time means everything.
And I see it how quickly it goes too. I mean, I find as you get older, it seems like time goes faster. It just flying by, and definitely need to take you up on your tips.
It's your own fault.
Yeah.
See?
I'm gonna work on it now. Okay, we're getting echoes here, so if people want to catch the replay, go to the YouTube channel Patrice Porter, and also Worldprofit Tube at www.worldprofittube.com, and check out my Home Business Central at www.20waystoprofit.com. And to help you create abundance by gardening, check out my gardening business at www.gardeningforfoodsecurity.com. And with that, I'll see you at the video marketing meeting, 2 p.m. here. Bye for now.
We're gonna have the video marketing program. Well, I should tell you. This has been Anything Goes, a daily program, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It was very fast moving today. It got right out of the nitty gritty. You can't be rich and do your own dishes. I mean, that is the way it is. If you guys are expecting to save enough money by doing your own dishes, you're never going to get rich. It's a funny sort of, I don't even know exactly how to explain the alchemy of it, but the more you spend, the more you make. And the more you free up time, it totally changes your disposition about life. You could focus on really important things. Whatever those things are to you that are so important and you're neglecting them, don't damn fault, because the time could be there if you allow it. So anyway, we're going to be back tomorrow, always. Is there any final words from you on today's events?
Yes. Time and tide wait for no man. And stop it. You can't slow it down. You can't do anything about it. But you can make use of it. Or use it usefully.
Oh, you sound a little so solemn. Mine is going to be a little more upbeat. You know what? If you're not being waited on now, freeing up time, it's your own damn fault. You don't think well of yourself. I think so well of myself that I want to put out an autobiography. Nobody has said this is kind of certain. No, you writing you. Nope, they won't either. And writing the autobiography has been one of the funnest things I've done in my whole life, because I get to tell off people left, right, and center. Nobody can say anything. It's in that book, so it must be real, Chris. Must be real.
Yeah, must be.
I think that's a hoot. I think that is an incredible hoot. So we're going to be back tomorrow, and we're going to just right here into our program, since we don't have, I know pretty much what you guys are up to, but I have a few things to say to you. We'll just stay here. And we want to thank Chris for this, as always. That sardonic grin. And I'll come into your house, by the way, to get some help to vacuum the cushions in your settee. I'm not visiting. No, don't even suggest it. And Patrice Porter, as always, good guy who helped us out on all the technical aspects. Last thought? You got a thought that you want to spit out?
Yes, I have a vacuum cleaner somewhere.
I have a vacuum cleaner too. Her name is Katja. She comes from Sao Paulo, Brazil. She's my vacuum cleaner, and I'm going to keep it that way. Okay, we're going to segue now I'll go off the camera, and I'll be right back within a minute, and we're going to start on our next program. In olden days, a glimpse of stocking was looked upon as something shocking. Now, God knows anything goes at 1 p.m. Eastern Time here every day, and we never let you down. We may gross you up, but we never let you down.